get your boss's attention, you cry or you shout. You want to get your child's attention, you scream, you yell at them. That is not a good form of influence. That is primitive, that is old, that is childish, that is not intellectual form of influence. The second form of influence is the one that we all know today, that everybody in the world get to know. They call it the sales method of influence. Now the sales method of influence, they keep jumping at you, they keep throwing it at your face, hoping that you grab it. Now they use what we call persuasive techniques. Now Coca-Cola use it a lot, it worked for them, but it doesn't really mean it's a very, very strong form of influence. If I were a leader, for example, and I keep throwing it at you, I try to persuade you, try to convince you, that means I'm going to read law first. Now after I read law, then I'm going to read what we call public speech making. I'm going to eventually read what we call persuasive skills for me to have all these things. And at the end of the day, these things will not work, because somehow when you persuade somebody to get out of their thought, beliefs and action, they end up thinking that you manipulate them. That is how it goes. They will think that you manipulate them at the end of the day. They will follow you at the beginning, but later in life they will start to suspect you as a very, very powerful manipulator. And I know you don't want to be in that shoes. You don't want to be manipulating people. So what will I recommend to be the ultimate key of influence is the third one, what I call the sales method of influence. I call it the soft sales method of influence. We talk about the sales method of influence first, the salesman method of influence. Now let's look at the soft sales method of influence. It will not appear to you that I'm influencing you, but I am, if I use a soft sales method of influence. Now this is called character or persona techniques. Now I have to get into you. That is what it is. Now when I'm using the soft sale method of influence, I will understand that I am the bait. Hello? You are still out there. Now the first one we talk about is primitive, then we talk about the salesman, then we're not talking about the soft sale. The soft sale method of influence. Now if I'm going to use that to influence you, I will be very, very successful. As a leader, I'll be successful. As a businessman, I'll be successful. As a parent, I'll be successful. Now how to be successful in all count. Why? Because I use the soft sale. The soft sale method, next thing you must realize is that you are the bait. You are what the people bite on. They got to trust you first. If you are a leader of a church, a leader of an organization, the first thing you need to work at is to get the people to trust you. When they trust you, they will follow you. When they trust you, they'll give their life for you. When they trust you, they might likely die for you. Why? Because they trust you. It's very simple. So you got to get them first to trust you. That's the first thing you're going to do. Now, let's look at soft sales method of influence as a man fishing. A man that is going to fish, first of all, he will need something. He will need what they call a bait. Then, that bait, you know what that bait is. And second of all, this man is going to go where the fishes are. You don't just get a bait and go to shallow water where there is no fish and expect to get a fish. A fisherman, every fisherman knows that. Now, he's going to get a bait, that's one. Then number two, he's going to get to where the fishes are. Number three, he is going to make sure that the fish are hungry. And the last one, he will present the bait. That is it. Just four methods. Get a bait, get where the fishes are, know when the fishes are hungry, then present the bait. When you do that, you can influence anybody. Then we'll try to break it down so that you will understand. Now, what I mean about you have to get a bait is that you don't come to fish without a bait. You have to get a bait, maybe a worm or something, to attract the fish. First, you need their attention first. Now, if I want to present something to you, I need a bait. So I need to get your attention. Then the second thing is, I need to know where you are. I need to know what touches you. I need to know what is personal to you. That is how I can influence you, my friend. I cannot influence you if I don't know what is personal to you. I need to know. And when I get to know, then I can influence you. Then I need to know that the fish is hungry. When the fish is hungry, if I present my bait at the wrong time, I will get it wrong. So I need to get the timing right. If I get the timing right, I can present the bait properly. Then finally, I need to present it in a way that you will like it. Now, you might like rice, but the way it is being presented might make rice to be disgusting to you. That is the point. Now, all you need to influence other people, number one, you need to be attractive. This has to do with the presentation, like I said earlier, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you live. To be really attractive, you should first of all be yourself. Don't pretend to be anybody else. You have to be yourself. You need to be attractive. That is the first step. How do you present yourself? Don't forget, people watch everything you do. As a leader, as a parent, whatever you are, you want to influence someone else, somebody want to influence a woman in your life, you need to present yourself in a very attractive way. Number two, you need to try to be honest. Now, people, like I said, they need to trust you. Before anybody's going to bite on you, you need to trust you. It means, therefore, you need to be honest. Get integrity if you don't have one. Integrity is when you are old. Your entire being is old. If you said yes, your yes is yes. You know, when we talk about the integer in our school those days, that means you are old. That means you if I divide you, you are still the same. If I take you to one city or another city, you will still be the same. If I take you to an organized company and a disorganized company, your principles are still the same. Get integrity. Then number three, you have to be optimistic. Nobody want to follow somebody who is not optimistic. Somebody who said disaster everywhere. Nobody want to follow you. You need to be optimistic. You need to be able to speak to the needs of people. Let them know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Therefore, you need to be interested. Now, I didn't say interesting. You need to be interested. Now, many people want to be interested rather than being interested. You know, for most of you who are trying to woo a woman somewhere, one of the reasons why you keep failing is because you try to be interesting. And she's not looking for what is interesting alone. She's looking for interested first, then she get the interested. That is how complicated it is. And if you want to influence someone, you need to know that. Now, your interested might attract them, but your interested will keep them. Now, number five, be a people service oriented person. Now, you need to be people service oriented, but you want to help people. You care. Let it show. People doesn't just want to see whether you know everything. They don't want to know whether you care. Now, if they know you care, they will follow. They are going to follow you. The next one is number six, you need to be likable. Someone that is likable is someone that tolerates people. You don't easily get irritated. Then you can be likable. You tolerate people, you know when to speak, you know when not to speak. Now, the seventh one is that you have to be ready. That you should be ready all the time to produce the answer they need, to produce the bait. You need to be ready. You need to prepare yourself all the time. You need to be set for it. Like the man of what people will say, he say you have to get ready. Then finally, I want you to know this. It is time to think and influence this work and add to the talk and present it in a way that is going to entice people. Now, when you do all this, I guarantee you, influence will live with you. You will be able to influence anybody in your life. Stay blessed. God bless you.